Evening, everyone. Welcome to our night briefings. I am Mr. National Dacho, and this is Brilliant Web Media TV. Our headlines this evening are as follows. His Excellency President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta held a crisis meeting at State House with the security bosses. And the Kenyan comedian Erick Omondi finally apologizes to Governor Ann Kananu after his release from detention. And away from the country, a Nigerian prophet was almost killed by a den of lions after he attempted to prove God's power. Welcome back. His Excellency President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta today, the Wednesday 17th of November, held a crisis meeting at State House with top security officials over the rising cases of laxity in the sector. The head of state met with the Ministry of Interior and Coordination of National Government and prison bosses just a day after three terrorism convicts escaped from the Kamiti Maximum Prison. The meeting also comes in the backdrop of increased cases of terror attacks in the neighboring Uganda and the civil unrest being experienced in Ethiopia and Somalia. Following the escape of the convicts, the Cabinet Secretary for Interior, His Excellency Fred Okengo Matiang'i, visited Kamiti Prison, where 7 prison wardens were arrested for allegedly abetting the escape of the 3 hardcore criminals. Welcome back. The Kenyan famous comedian Erick Omondi finally came out to apologize to the governor for Nairobi, Her Excellency Ann Kananu. This follows his arrest, which took place on Tuesday afternoon while he was staging protests near Parliament buildings in Nairobi. The comedian had pledged to lead music artists in storming the Parliament in a bid to fix the music industry in Kenya. However, the comedian's plan did not bear any fruit after he was blocked by the police officers who bundled him into a police vehicle. Mpasho has established that Erick Omondi was arrested for the offense of causing disturbance near Parliament buildings. He had been detained at the Central Police Station in Nairobi CBD. The officer claimed that Erick was arrested because he never followed the correct procedures to stage the so-called protest. Welcome back once again. A prophet of a local church in Nigeria who was filled with the Holy Spirit recently challenged a lion to do battle in the Wange National Park. Prophet Alec, who is based in Harare, was with fellow church members in the Wange National Park where they were watching animals. It's believed the prophet went into a trance and started to speak in tongues. Ahead of them was a pride of lion busy eating their impala. Alec must have thought he was the biblical Samson as the prophet opened the car door and went charging towards the lions. Upon the lions seeing the man running towards them, the lions could not believe that manna was coming straight from heaven and instead ran towards the prophet. Alec must have then come to his senses as he quickly realized this was not going to end well with him and made an immediate turn and ran back for his safety. But before Alex could safely reach the confines of the car, one lion had snapped its paws on his buttock, also thanks to the game ranger who was nearby and who fired some gunshots in the air to scare away the lions. So severe was the lion paw injury that Alec had to be rushed to the hospital for emergency for the removal of one of the buttocks. The man was fearing he would lose all his buttocks, but the doctors assured him he would still have his left buttock intact. Later, Alex confessed that he never knew what came over, for he was just testing God's faith. But all in all, I wish I knew comes later. Alex was eventually stitched up and had to stay in the hospital for 2 weeks before his final discharge. Thank you guys and see you. Bye.